Constitution. The Congress party, on the other hand, has also hit back at the BJP, saying that this is a diversionary tactic inside Parliament, and the war of words continues to escalate between the Congress party and the BJP, because remember, this has jolted Rahul Gandhi's entire campaign, where he moves around showing a copy of the Constitution, calling himself someone who defends the Constitution. And this pitch coming in from DK Shivakumar, who has said that the Constitution can be changed for faith-based quota, it flies in the face of the Congress party's campaign when it comes to Samvidhan Bachao. And this has led to another war of words with the BJP training its guns at the Congress High Command. Listen in.
आज कांग्रेस पार्टी का संवैधानिक पद पर बैठ करके वरिष्ठ नेता जब बोलता है कि संविधान को बदलाया जाएगा मुसलमानों को रिजर्वेशन देने के लिए, ये हम मंजूर नहीं हो सकता है। मैं कांग्रेस पार्टी से कहना चाहता हूँ, आप अपना पोजीशन क्लियर करो। अगर आप मानते हैं, अगर आप बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर का संविधान को मानते हैं, तो आपके वो संवैधानिक पद पर बैठ करके जो आज ये बयान दिया है, उसको तुरंत बर्खास्त करो और अपना पद को उसको छीन लो उससे, नहीं तो आप नाटक मत करो। उसका निंदा करता हूँ और स्पष्ट करना चाहता हूँ, उसको हमारा मांग है कि उस संवैधानिक पद पर जो बैठा है उसको तुरंत बर्खास्त करे, नहीं तो हम बर्दाश्त नहीं करेंगे। संविधान की रक्षा करना हम सबका जिम्मेदारी होना चाहिए। अध्यक्ष महोदय,
एक जज जिसके घर में पैसे मिले और उसका चिंदी
पर आप बोल चुके, मानिए
उस बात को सप्रेस करने के लिए और ये संविधान की बात लाए हैं।
अभी माननीय एलओपी ने ये कहा कि हम संविधान को रक्षा करने वाले हैं। ये अच्छा तरीका है, ये अच्छा तरीका। इनको बोलूं मैं,
आग्रह करूंगा, गो बैक एंड सिट। आपकी कोई बात रिकॉर्ड पे नहीं जा रही, प्लीज बैठे आप, आपकी बात रिकॉर्ड पे जा रही।
माननीय उपसभापति जी, लीडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशन ने जो बात कही है वो सरासर झूठ और गलत है। कांग्रेस का इतिहास रहा है, चाहे वो कर्नाटक की विधानसभा रही, कर्नाटक के विधानसभा में ठेकेदारों को कॉन्ट्रैक्ट देने के लिए 4% का रिजर्वेशन का प्रस्ताव पारित किया है। 4% का। ये अंबेडकर के रखवाले बनते हैं उपसभापति जी, ये अंबेडकर के रखवाले बनते हैं। सरदार पटेल ने और अंबेडकर ने कहा कि रिजर्वेशन ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ रिलीजन विल नॉट टेक प्लेस। धर्म के आधार पर रिजर्वेशन नहीं होगा। इन्होंने तेलंगाना की विधानसभा में पहले तो इन्होंने एससी का, एसटी का और ओबीसी का हक मार करके रिजर्वेशन मुस्लिम्स को, माइनॉरिटीज को देने का काम किया है। और इन्होंने बैकडोर एंट्री क्या की है? बैकडोर एंट्री ये की है कि माइनॉरिटीज को, मुस्लिम्स को स्पेसिफिकली ओबीसी में बैकडोर से एंट्री देने का भी काम, कुत्सित प्रयास इन्होंने किया। इतिहास इस बात का गवाह है। और अभी भी मेरे वक्तव्य के बाद डीके शिवकुमार ने फिर से कहा है कि संविधान कांग्रेस ने दिया है, संविधान को बदलने का काम भी कांग्रेस करेगी।
Let us see, let us watch, let what court comes out. We have started something. I know that everyone will go to the court. Let us wait for some good day. Good day will come. Lot of changes are there. Constitutions will be changing. There are judgments which alters the constitution also.
BJP doesn't have any work. They are trying to mislead the nation. I am a sensible politician. I know. You just go to the records. I have not said anything. I have said that in various orders they will go for public will go for court, and courts have given various judgments, and connected to that various amendments have taken place. This is the history of this country. I have not said. I am not a. I have basic common sense. How can we change the constitution?
And I'm joined by my colleagues Pallavi Ghosh as well as Harish Upadhyay on the broadcast. Pallavi, I'll come to you first. When it comes to the situation inside the Congress camp, given the fact that this entire pitch that's come in from DK Shivakumar, it has given ammunition to the BJP to take on Rahul Gandhi on the national stage. Any blowback coming in from the Congress High Command towards the Siddaramaiah government and the Karnataka Congress?
See, Ayushman, the power of DK Shivakumar also comes in from the fact that, one, he's been a troubleshooter. Remember when it happened in many states which fell into trouble, Himachal Pradesh, Rajasthan for that matter, he was often dashed off as a main troubleshooter for the party, and he's someone in who the Gandhis particularly have immense faith in. And therefore it comes as no surprise if you have the top brass of the Congress party going all out in defending DK Shivakumar, from Priyanka Gandhi Vadra calling it a diversionary tactic when this issue is being raised inside the parliament, to Randeep Surjewala, who's in charge of Karnataka, also defending him. Mr. Kharge also coming out with his statement saying that once again the BJP is misleading the house because they do not want their attention to be focused on cash recovered at the residence of Justice Verma. So as far as the Congress is concerned, full out defense of DK Shivakumar. Two privileges notices moved against, one, the Parliamentary Affairs Minister, and second, the BJP President by Jairam Ramesh, accusing both of them of misleading the floor of the house and therefore a breach of privilege. But for the BJP, which was rattled by this narrative कि संविधान खतरे में है, which worked against them for the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, this is a payback time. So they are not going to forget this issue in a hurry. So it was no surprise at 11 a.m. in both the houses, this interview on Network 18 resonated in the floor of the house. I'm sure at some point of time, the Prime Minister, maybe during a campaign, will also make this an issue of appeasement politics of the Congress. And second, of course, that Samvidhan khatre mein hai because the Congress party wants to come back to power.
Right, and let's also remember it was doctored videos of Amit Shah which circulated on social media about changing the constitution, which also propelled the Congress campaign against the BJP, and that's why this issue is such a political hot potato. Harish, at the same time, within Karnataka, as Siddaramaiah is in his own wheelhouse when it comes to the politics of 4% quota and the Muslim quota push, any damage control coming in from the Karnataka Congress, given the fact that this is reverberating in other states and not necessarily just in Karnataka?
Well, as far as Karnataka Congress is concerned, remember, this is something that most leaders have distanced themselves from, including G. Parmeshwara, who said, I haven't seen the statement, I'm not a spokesperson to the Congress government here. Just ask me about issues related to Home Department. But most others have evaded questions about it. But politically, this is something that might not damage the Congress much in the state of Karnataka, because they realize that the larger Ahinda vote bank that's strongly with Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, plus the Muslim population that's with the Congress party, is something that will sail them through in elections, and that is why they're not very worried. And this is a charge that has leveled against Siddaramaiah since 2016-17. Ever since he started the Tipu Jayanti celebration, it's been accused of Muslim appeasement. So this is not something new for the Congress unit in the state. But at a larger pan-India level, this is something that might hurt the Congress. Look at how it's played out. It was Anant Kumar Hegde, a former MP from Karnataka, his statement about BJP getting full-fledged majority, then changing the constitution, which gave the ammunition for the Congress and its allies to go against the BJP across the country, even in the 2024 elections. This time round, to counter that, the BJP is getting a lot of fodder from the Deputy Chief Minister from Karnataka of the Congress party. So in a way, both this is played out from Karnataka, might not have much of an impact in the state, but perhaps it will be difficult for the Congress to let go of this. This will be a baggage that will come back to haunt them in several other state elections that will happen in the near future.
So clearly a lot of political gymnastics coming in from the Congress camp at the central level when it comes to the statement coming in from DK Shivakumar. Pallavi and Harish, please stay with us. Let's listen in to more reactions coming in.
A complete falsehood and misleading campaign was undertaken by the Congress party in the last election, that if BJP gets majority or 400 seats as they claim, they will change the constitution. आज मुझे पहला सवाल उठाना है कि मुस्लिम वोट बैंक परस्ती में देश कहां जाएगा? A very larger question today is emerging in the country. In quest for vote bank politics, appeasement politics, and bluntly speaking for the sake of Muslim vote, where the country will go. ये जो वन अप मैनशिप चल रही है, ये एक बहुत बड़ा विषय है.
ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ನಾನು ನೋಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಇಲಾಖೆಯ ವಿಚಾರದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರೆ ಕೇಳಿ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಪೋಕ್ಸ್ಮನ್ ಟು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಅದರ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ನಮ್ಮ ಇಲಾಖೆ ವಿಚಾರದ್ದು ಕೇಳಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಕೂಡ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ವಿಚಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಆದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ.
I am not surprised because Congress party, they have never respected either Constitution or Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar. These are the people who have insulted Baba Saheb Ambedkar during his lifetime. After that, we have seen many times how Indira Gandhi bulldozed the Constitution, how Rajiv Gandhi in Shabanu case, how he bulldozed, all such things we have seen. Now, truth has come out from the mouth of D.K. Shivakumar. Till Bharatiya Janata Party is there in this country, we will not allow to touch the reservation by this Congress party, and I condemn the Congress attitude.
Ma'am, ruckus in Lok Sabha regarding 4% Muslim
They seem to have made up their mind that they don't want the house to function. It's been many days now, they find some excuse or other.
And Pallavi and Harish continue to be with us on the broadcast. So Pallavi, beyond defenses that are coming in from the Congress camp inside Parliament, decode for us the strategy going forward, because this statement from the Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister as well as the other India allies in the state of Bihar, which is going to the elections where caste politics plays such a huge role.
So I do agree with Harish when he says that this is an issue which perhaps may not hurt the Congress's chances yet in Karnataka. In Bihar also, which has a substantial amount of minority votes, this is something which could work for the Congress party, because that's the mainstay of the RJD plus the Congress votes. Tomorrow, for example, the Congress's meeting on strategizing for Bihar polls will begin. And you know, this narrative can help the Congress party that is actually thinking of increased Muslim reservation, and that's a state where the Congress is very hopeful of winning. But having said that, Ayushman, it is not just about the state. What is good for one state may not be good for the national picture for the Congress, because here the larger narrative is of the constitution being under threat. That has been and will be the mainstay of Rahul Gandhi's politics. I mean, in fact, today, even as this kind of outrage was taking place inside the parliament, we saw Rahul Gandhi at Jantar Mantar, where he was talking about the RSS and the BJP snatching the rights of the people of the country. So, you know, tomorrow the BJP and already has, and they are going to keep this issue going. And especially if Rahul Gandhi comes to Lok Sabha and, you know, next occasion where he's going to be speaking, and when he talks about constitution khatre mein hai, they're going to try and show him the mirror saying, look at DK Shivakumar, he's your own, and he talks about changing the constitution. You have accused us of doing so, but it's actually you who are going to do so. So the BJP will make this a central issue, that a vote for the Congress party means the rights of the backwards, the Dalits, all of them may be taken away, one. And second, it's all a kind of appeasement politics as far as the Congress is concerned.
Absolutely. Thank you, Pallavi, for getting us the latest when it comes to the national picture and the Congress party's way forward. But of course, it's completely correct to see, and it's completely predictable that whenever Rahul Gandhi waves the booklet of the constitution, when be it inside parliament or on the campaign trail, the BJP now has enough ammunition to take on the leader of the opposition when it comes to the Samvidhan Bachao pitch coming in from the Congress MP. Harish, but Let's focus on Karnataka as well. As we were discussing earlier, corruption scandals, the entire Muda storm surrounding Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, then the entire guarantee push, then the rise in hikes of essential items. A lot of problems facing the Siddaramaiah government. BJP has a lot of ammunition to take on the Siddaramaiah government. But is this what we're seeing in Parliament? Is this issue, the 4% quota, going to deliver the same dividends to the BJP as are other issues?
Well, unlikely, because remember, this is now in Raj Bhavan. The governor will have to take a call. The BJP has already approached the Raj Bhavan saying that this is unconstitutional. This bill shouldn't be given assent by the governor. He should send it back to the government. The governor has a track record of sending at least 11 bills in the last few months back to the government. So we'll have to see if that really works out. And for the BJP, the problem in Karnataka has been that the voting takes place on caste lines and only in certain pockets, say parts of coastal Karnataka, as it's happened on religious lines. So it's difficult for the party to come to power just based on a religious divide or a religious issue. The BJP understands that they will have to work out their caste calculation better if they have to come to power. And that's perhaps one of the main reasons why we have seen much sharper reaction coming in from the BJP central leadership when compared to the state leaders who've been a little slow off the block when responding to this particular controversy since the morning.
So that is the situation as we see it right now. The storm was sparked by Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister DK Shivakumar, but the impact is being felt in Parliament as well as other states where caste politics plays a massive role. And Harish is, as per my colleague Harish, clearly we can see that the Congress party is in its wheelhouse in the state of Karnataka, but clearly this doesn't bode well. DK Shivakumar's statement for Rahul Gandhi's entire Samvidhan Bachao campaign. Let's listen into more reactions coming in.
Of course, this is not a small issue. This is a very serious issue. And I would be thankful to your channel also that while a discourse on your channel, while there was an interview going on your channel, Mr. DK Shivakumar, who is not a small leader in Congress party, he's one of the top notches in the Congress party. He clearly mentions upon being asked that the legality of the 4% reservation of Muslims is something which would be dragged to the court. He says, well, yes, it may be dragged to the court. It may not have the legal validity, but there would be a time in the future when Congress will come to power. This is a conspiracy that Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi have since time that they have been in power building up. So this kind of mentality of dividing the country is exactly the Nehruvian mentality.
It's utterly shocking when you see that the ruling party, essentially the government whose responsibility it is to run the House, has chosen to disrupt Parliament in this way. It's deeply disappointing. And to my mind, the issue they have raised is also irrelevant because it's a state subject. It has nothing to do with the Central Parliament. Why are they trying to disrupt the House on the basis of that? To my mind, honestly, we are reducing Parliament to a farce. If we don't function properly, why will the voters want to entrust their precious tax money to running this institution, which we used to hail as a temple of democracy, if instead of the prayers here we're having shouting matches? It's really a disappointment.
If at all, Deputy Chief Minister DK Shivakumar ji, if he has any respect for the constitution of this country, if he has any respect for Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, he should not have said this. Of course, everybody is aware that changes were made during the course of, for many years. But reservation based on the religion, it's not at all allowed. It's really unfortunate the way DK Shivakumar has spoken in this regard. I urge DK Shivakumar ji to go through the constitution once again, to go through the constitution and let him relook into his statement.
बदलने की उनके पास में क्या उनकी हैसियत है क्या, उनके पास में मेजॉरिटी है क्या, और क्या मोदी जी के रहते हुए गैर संवैधानिक काम कोई भारतवर्ष में कर सकता है? मैं समझता हूँ DK शिवकुमार सपना देख रहे हैं और जब वो सत्ता में आएंगे ऐसा बोलते हैं एकदम ये कर देंगे वो कर देंगे। अरे भाई अभी हो जो नहीं कर सकते वो क्यों कर रहे हो? बाबा साहब भीमराव अंबेडकर ने क्या कहा था कि संप्रदाय के आधार पर आरक्षण दो? नहीं कहा था। उन्होंने जाति के आधार पर कहा था। आप बाबा साहब का प्रतिकार कर रहे हो। पहले भी आपके जो पूर्वज थे कांग्रेस के, उन लोगों ने उनको दो बार चुनाव हराने का काम किया था, मंत्रिमंडल से उनको अपमानित करने का काम किया था, संस्कृत भाषा को लागू करने का नहीं दिया था। जब ये संविधान हो गया कि जाति के आधार पर होगा, संप्रदाय के आधार पर नहीं होगा, तो क्या आप पिछड़े सवर्णों का, जो पिछड़े हैं, सवर्ण हैं, अगड़ा हैं, जो अनुसूचित हैं, दलित हैं, आदिवासी हैं, आप उनसे युद्ध कर रहे हो? राहुल जी कहते थे ना इंडिया स्टेट से उनका मुकाबला है। आप दलितों के आरक्षण को कम करना चाहते हो कि पिछड़ों को करना चाहते हो? आप कहां से दोगे?
देखिए, कांग्रेस के असली चेहरे सामने आ गए। राहुल गांधी को जवाब देना पड़ेगा कि राहुल गांधी का हिडन एजेंडा, जो पब्लिक में पहले भ्रम फैलाया, संविधान एक फॉल्स संविधान लेकर के आरक्षण के नाम पर, संविधान के नाम पर लोग देश में भ्रम फैलाने का काम किया। लेकिन अब असली चेहरे सामने आ गए हैं। पहले 4% आरक्षण दिया काम में, अब कह रहा है कि संविधान बदलूंगा। आप संविधान बदलने के लिए चले हो, लेकिन देश का प्रधानमंत्री जब तक नरेंद्र मोदी रहेंगे तब तक कोई माय का लाल पैदा नहीं लिया है जो संविधान बदल करके मुसलमानों को आरक्षण दे, इस्लामिक राष्ट्र बनाने की सोच रखे।
And shifting focus to the controversy involving a cash haul at the residence of a High Court judge here in the national capital. Now what we're learning is that a video has emerged showing the entire sequence of events, showing charred remains of notes being found at the residence of the High Court judge Yashwant Varma. This after a fire broke out at his residence on the 14th of March. The video raises serious concerns about transparency in the judiciary. It sparked a national debate within the legal fraternity. Meanwhile, the Allahabad High Court Bar Association has called a meeting to oppose Justice Verma's proposed transfer back to the Allahabad High Court, citing the alleged recovery of this unaccounted cash from his residence. Justice Yashwant Varma has, however, said that his staff who went to the scene after the blaze were not shown any remnants of cash there. The situation continues to unfold, now sparking a national discussion about transparency within the judicial process, the internal processes of accountability within the judiciary. In a major development, the Delhi High Court has now withdrawn Justice Yashwant Varma from all judicial work. This follows a report by the Delhi Chief Justice prompting the Chief Justice of India, Sanjeev Khanna, to remove Justice Varma from judicial duties. Now, in a further twist, the Supreme Court Collegium has passed a resolution repatriating Justice Yashwant Varma back to the Allahabad High Court. Now, the President of the Allahabad High Court Bar Association has called for a formal investigation, requesting the Chief Justice of India to allow the CBI and the ED to lodge an FIR and proceed with an official investigation. And on that note, we're getting a piece of breaking news where the Allahabad High Court Bar Association has now reacted to the Supreme Court Collegium decision to repatriate Justice Varma to the Allahabad High Court. Listen in.
Anil Tiwari, you must have seen the Supreme Court's latest order.
I have seen that notification. In this regard, I will invite your attention on resolution of the High Court Bar Association passed today in the noon. In that resolution, we have specifically protested against his transfer to Allahabad High Court on the ground that he should be posted in Delhi itself and all his activities be scrutinized by the Supreme Court. Our resolution was not placed, was not at that time in the public domain. Still we press for our resolution and we will protest against this decision.
So are you hopeful that because your bar has passed a resolution, Collegium could again revisit its decision, Supreme Court could revisit its decision?
I am hopeful in not... because Bar Association passed a resolution. I am hopeful because our judges understand the people faith in judiciary is a must condition. And people faith in the judiciary has shaken. I have full trust in my judges that they will understand the situation, that this transfer will cause injury to the image of independent judiciary.
But as of this moment, the reality is that Justice Verma is being repatriated to Allahabad High Court. So will the bar cooperate if he...
No, not at all. Not at all. We will boycott. We will protest. As far as the bar is possible, bar is concerned, bar has got every authority to protest its decision. It has no authority to implement its decision. But we can record our protest in public domain.
And that was Anil Tiwari in conversation with Arunima. Anil Tiwari, the president of the Allahabad High Court Bar Association. So, Arunima is joining us on the broadcast. Arunima, an ultimatum pretty much coming in from Anil Tiwari. He has also said that lawyers will boycott all proceedings to do with Justice Verma. He's also said earlier that the Allahabad High Court is not a dustbin where someone who's accused of corruption gets transferred from the Delhi High Court to the Allahabad High Court. So, battle lines being drawn pretty much in the entire Allahabad High Court saga with the transfer of Justice Verma.
Yes, the president of the Allahabad High Court Bar Association in his conversation with us says that they are going to boycott, they're going to protest. That's all that they can do. They can't really influence the decision taken by the collegium, but they can continue to boycott. Also, if you look at the resolution that has been passed by the Bar Association of the Allahabad High Court, they're calling for Justice Verma's impeachment. The resolution says that the members of civil society must be part of the panel which decides to recommend to the president that Justice Verma be impeached. It says the entire process must be transparent. So they are not just stopping at saying don't send Justice Verma to Allahabad High Court. They're also demanding further action. So the Allahabad High Court Bar has really toughened its stance on this particular issue, and they continue to question that even when the original decision of the collegium came to light that Justice Verma was being transferred, they had protested. Why is then this decision being reiterated? They are hoping, the Bar Association of Allahabad High Court is hoping that now that they have passed a resolution, that resolution will reach the Supreme Court Collegium headed by the Chief Justice of India, and subsequently the sentiments of the bar in Allahabad High Court will be taken into account.
Right, but Arunima, beyond the sentiments factor, the fact that the order has been taken that Justice Verma will be sent to the Allahabad High Court, is the president of the Bar Association and his associates, are they inviting some legal action by boycotting and protesting against Justice Verma's reappointment to the Allahabad High Court? Could this be a legal tangle that the Bar Association may find itself in?
See, the Bar Association, the lawyers in the Bar Association can choose to not be present in the court where Justice Verma is holding court if it comes to that. But the larger point that they are raising is that if you have de-rostered him in the Delhi High Court, pending the inquiry, pending the committee's report, a 3-member committee that has been set up, it means that you are not very sure that Justice Verma currently is in a position to have faith of the litigants, not in a position to give an order which would be treated purely as a judicial order, because there's so much of cloud over his integrity. So if that is the situation while he is in Delhi High Court, what will really change if he goes to another High Court, be it Allahabad or anywhere? That cloud over his integrity will remain. So till the time that is not dispensed with, how can you de-roster him from one court and send him to another? Either you give a clean chit and say that, you know, all the allegations against him are false, put out in the public domain that he's completely, his integrity or is impeccable and the charges are false, or you do not push him to another High Court, because that doubt in the minds of the litigant, be it in Delhi or be it in Allahabad, will be present, and that will not be the right action to take in the cause of justice. That's the sentiment that we are hearing from the Allahabad High Court Bar.
Right, so the battle lines being drawn inside the Allahabad High Court between the reappointment of Justice Verma to the High Court in Allahabad, as well as the members of the Bar Association of the Allahabad High Court. We're getting some more breaking news on this front. What we are learning is that top sources have told CNN News 18 that a communication has been sent to the 3 judges who comprise, who are heading the in-house panel probing the entire cash haul allegations against Justice Verma. Now, as per the people aware of the development, we're learning from top sources a link to those people aware of the development when it comes to the in-house investigation. The committee is likely to begin its investigation in the next 1 or 2 days, is what we are learning. As per the procedure, first the committee is constituted, then a consent is taken from members of the panel. Following the consent of the panel, an official communication is sent detailing the mandate of the community. So that is the technicality surrounding the committee that is investigating the allegations of corruption against Justice Yashwant Varma. To get more details, I'm joined by my colleague Ananya Bhatnagar on the broadcast. Ananya, over to you.
Well, definitely, highly placed sources have just told CNN News 18 that official communication has been sent to the three members of the committee, which include the Chief Justice of the Himachal Pradesh High Court and the Punjab and Haryana High Court and the Judge of the Karnataka High Court, who would now, in in the days or in one day or two, would be starting off with their investigation or the probe as far as this whole cash haul. The recovery at, in fact, Justice Varma's residence is concerned. Not only that, we've also been told that this whole detailed communication is actually a part of the official procedure, which is sent to, in fact, these three members, detailing down their remuneration, their role, and how much what is the mandate of this particular committee, what will this committee look into, and the kind of evidence that is there. So it will now be looking into each and everything as far as this whole cash haul is considered, and if the experts are to be believed that the probe can actually commence in the next 24 to 48 hours or in a day or two, is what we have been told as per our highly placed sources. So very clearly, it's a big development coming in. We might see some kind of action coming in the next few days as far as this in-house panel constituted by the Chief Justice of India, Justice Sanjeev Khanna, is concerned.
Right, and Ananya, at the same time, as you were pointing out, as per these top sources, first the committee is constituted, then a consent is taken from the members of the panel. Following the consent of the panel, an official communication is sent. Now, between these stages, is there a kind of an order that's been sent to this in-house panel that there can't be any delay, because this panel especially has to be above scrutiny?
Well, this panel, whenever it's constituted, even in earlier cases as well, it acts on an emergent basis itself, because it's constituted on an emergency basis. The consent is taken from the members, and then an official communication detailing down their role is actually sent, and the committee would want to conclude its investigation as soon as possible. As I was pointing it out to you earlier as well in the morning, that the committee has a limited role to play. It will look into the kind of evidence that is already there. It would be looking into the kind of material that is still on record, and could call Justice Verma or any of the stakeholders as far as this whole cash haul recovery at Justice Verma's residence is concerned, and then the committee could actually think of as to could give its decision as far as Justice Verma should remain a judge or not, and secondly whether a deeper criminal investigation would actually be needed in this regard or not. So all of this would be seen by the committee, though what is the clear mandate of the committee, that could that is still not known, since that official communication is internal document and is not shared with us. But very clearly what we know as far as today is concerned is that an official communication has now been sent, and the committee can begin its probe in the next few days itself.
Right, thank you Ananya for joining us on the broadcast and decoding the technicalities of the in-house committee that will investigate the entire cash haul scandal. But when it comes to the entire issue of transparency within the judiciary, a lot of questions are being raised by the legal fraternity. CNN News 18 Managing Editor Zaka Jacob was in conversation with former Attorney General Mukul Rohatgi. Listen in.
Where this money came from? What was it doing lying around in his outhouse?
See, obviously, my first reaction was that the judge will have a lot of explanation to do if money is found in his house, including his outhouse, that is the judge's premises. The amount is very large. There cannot be any explanation except one of moral turpitude. That was my first reaction. But from events which have unfolded, I am not so sure whether the explanation of the judge is convincing or not convincing or should be thrown out. I think there are questions on either side, and I may only tell you, one thing which puzzles me is this, that if the amount was some 4,000 bundles and there was a fire. Today I saw a picture of the burnt notes in the edition of Free Press Journal Mumbai, where the photograph is very, very clear that a large number of notes were half burnt. So if that is so, why did the police not take possession of the burnt notes? Because that is case property. Why did not police call the income tax, which is the normal protocol, when huge amounts of cash is recovered? Nothing of that sort has happened. And it appears that next morning, whether the High Court Chief Justice's man went there or where the judge himself was there or whatever, there is no recovery at all, even of sample notes. So where is the evidence of corruption today? You can't have a case of corruption only on a video without the actual material being available. So I don't know, much can be said on either side. I don't even know whether the notes were genuine or fake.
Okay.
Suppose you have fake notes and you burn them in somebody's house and his reputation is tarred because notes are found. Today there is no case property, there is no material. Why did the police not recover it? Why did any government agency not make a panchnama? Is the first question which has to be answered.
And that's the latest coming in on the cash haul scandal that has
Ezgi arkadaşımıza çok teşekkür ediyoruz.
Dava açsınlar. O sandık kurulacak. Bu savaşı bana değil.
Haklara döküleceğiz. Sandığa gideceğiz.
Hakkını almaya geliyoruz. Üretenin kazandığı.
İstanbul Valisi'ne sesleniyorum. Bu akşam burada İstanbul'da bir tarih yazılacak. Bunun karşısında durmayın, duramazsınız. Bu meydanda
Welcome back to the Nation at 5 with me, Ayushman Singh Jamwal. Now, the entire cash haul controversy has sparked the debate surrounding the National Judicial Appointments Commission. Remember, that was struck down by the Supreme Court, ladies and gentlemen. Now, what we are learning is that Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar has also remade the pitch surrounding the NJAC when it comes to the entire debate surrounding transparency as well as accountability within the judiciary. Now what we are learning is that Jagdeep Dhankar, chairman of the Rajya Sabha, met the leader of the House, JP Nadda, and leader of the opposition, Mallikarjun Kharge. The meeting was held for a structured discussion in the upper house on the issue of judicial accountability as well as the NJAC Act. Now, top government sources have told CNN News 18 that the NJAC was passed with opposition support and the government is open to the idea again, but consensus is needed. The government will reach out to all parties on the issue if needed. Now, Vice President Dhankar also expressed dismay at the incident of a large amount of cash being found at the home of Justice Yashwant Varma of the Delhi High Court. He has said this is happening for the first time since independence.
Sir, we've seen the visuals coming out, we've seen so much talk about this. How do you view this entire episode, sir?
Some serious action should be taken and very soon too. There should be no delay on technical grounds and so on and so forth. Really, it's a highly damaging incident, if true, on the judiciary.
So you're talking about reforms in the collegium system. Many are saying time to look at a judicial appointments commission. Probably the government and the judiciary should really come together now just to restore the faith in people. What is your take, sir?
Yeah, I think so. That could be better. But it should not be in the hands of the government, nor in the hands of the politicians. It should be in the hands of people who have worked in the judiciary in different same departments and who have good knowledge of the working of the judiciary in the present day system. I would say that strict action should be taken to maintain the reputation of the judiciary as an honest organization and independent but not arbitrary.
And I'm joined by my colleague Pallavi Ghosh on the broadcast. So Pallavi, we saw in the wake of the controversy, there was a lot of voices within the legal fraternity which called for a relook at the NJAC verdict of the Supreme Court. But what potential political battle lines could emerge if the government decides to repush the entire legislation?
The NGAC was passed, and very interestingly, even the opposition and the government were very much in favor of it. There was only one abstention, which is something the Vice President also referred to on Friday, Ayushman.
So passing the NGAC was never a problem. The only problem was that the Supreme Court struck it down on the grounds that the NGAC is going to take away the independence of the judiciary and the executive should not have a say in appointment of judges. Well, now in the backdrop of the cash recovery, while it may not be exactly NJAC, but it's very clear there's a thinking within the political class, something which is being spearheaded by the Vice President. That's very significant because the VP is a constitutional authority and he's also a lawyer by profession. So he understands the nuances. The push is not coming in from the government because there could be then a resistance coming in from opposition parties. So whatever happens will happen through consensus. In that brief meeting which took place today, while the name NGAC or a similar law was not mentioned, it was very clear that the Vice President was trying to get some kind of a narrative going. There is going to be another round of meeting of the floor leaders of Rajya Sabha where another consensus is going to be attempted, and after that I will rule out the possibility, that's what government sources have told us, to come out possibly with a new kind of a regulation to ensure that there is no repeat of what we saw at Justice Verma's home, and this is something which has been made very clearly and hinted by the Vice President himself.
Right. Thank you, Pallavi, for joining us on the broadcast. So there could be a reigniting of the debate when it comes to the National Judicial Appointments Commission, which was passed through political consensus through both houses of Parliament, but was struck down by the Supreme Court, and the collegium system continues when it comes to judicial appointments. We're shifting focus back to Karnataka, to the firestorm that has been sparked by DK Shivakumar when it comes to the 4% minority quota, as well as his pitch that the constitution can be changed. Now, DKS has reacted to the entire controversy and he has said, and I quote, any constitutional amendment takes place right after any judgment that is pushed by either the courts as well as the legislature. And he has taken on the BJP, saying they try to twist my words, they can do whatever they want, they don't have any issues, so they create nonsense, is the pitch coming in from DK Shivakumar. I'm also looking at this matter with my legal experts, is what the Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister has said, but he's also made it very clear that after any judgment comes, constitutional amendments have taken place. Listen in.
I don't want to comment much on it. Already, see, there is no hide and seek in this issue. I have not spoken anything in the assembly or outside. Just I commented on some conclave that we have taken some issues. There are, whatever on quota, there are so many judgments which has gone on the different states. And after any judgments come, constitution amendments have taken place. Otherwise, nothing is there. Let us wait and watch, I have said. So they are trying to twist, let them do whatever they want, but they doesn't have any issue. So they are just trying to create some nuisance. I am very happy Jairam Ramesh has moved a privilege motion. I am also looking at my legal experts. I will come back to you.
And I'm joined by my colleague Harish on this unfolding controversy in the state of Karnataka. So Harish, how do you read the statement coming in from DK Shivakumar? Is this a semi-climb down, if you will, or he's sticking to his guns when it comes to this entire matter?
Well, he's trying to battle this out. In fact, this is something he mentioned in the morning as well, stating that he is exploring his legal options because he believes that certain BJP leaders have misquoted him and taken his statement out of context and twisted it, and they are trying to portray him in a bad light. And he said that this is something that he's noticed, and he would explore legal options on whether he can serve a legal notice or move a privilege motion. Now that a privilege motion has been moved by Jairam Ramesh in the parliament, perhaps DK Shivakumar exploring the legal options that he has, and perhaps look at who are the BJP leaders who indulged in this act of, as he mentioned, twisting his statement or misquoting him.
Right, so this is a new twist to the entire war of words emerging from Karnataka after that explosive statement by Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister DK Shivakumar. We will continue to track all the developments coming in on that front, ladies and gentlemen. For now, a quick break. More news and updates on the other side.
Brought to you by
Ezgi arkadaşımıza çok teşekkür ediyoruz.
...25 dava açsınlar. O sandık kurulacak. Bu savaşı bana değil.
Haklara döküleceğiz. Sandığa gideceğiz.
Hakkını almaya geliyoruz. Üretenin kazandığı...
İstanbul Valisi'ne sesleniyorum. Bu akşam burada İstanbul'da bir tarih yazılacak. Bunun karşısında durmayın, duramazsınız. Bu meydanda hepimiz gençler için, İstanbul için, Ekrem İmamoğlu için, gözaltına alınmış 393 arkadaşımız için hep birlikte olmalıyız. Ancak haklıyken haksız çıkamayız. Karşınızdaki polise, oradaki grup için söylüyorum. Havai fişek atarsanız ben bunu savunamam. Üniversitesindeki müdahalelerin derhal durdurulmasını ve Boğaziçi Üniversitesi'ndeki biz bu akşam Saraçhane'ye sahip çıkmaya, Ekrem Başkan'a sahip çıkmaya, gerekirse Çağlayan'a yürümeye varız ama provokasyona, kavgaya yokuz. Yarın geleceğiz, seçeceğiz, tarihe geçeceğiz. Yarın biz kimin gideceğini biliyoruz. Onu gönderecek ismi belirlemek için sandıklara koşuyoruz.
And welcome back to the Nation at 5 with me, Ayushman Singh, Jamwal. Big breaking news coming in, and this is a CNN News 18 exclusive. Now, what we are learning is that the Enforcement Directorate has made some stunning allegations about sand mining and illegal mining in the state of Tamil Nadu from 2020 to 2023. This is a dossier that's been accessed by CNN News 18, which reveals a complex operation involving contractors, politicians and bureaucrats, showcasing, and this is the claim coming in from the Enforcement Directorate, systemic corruption, environmental damage and financial misconduct. To get more details, I'm joined by my colleague Purnima Murli on the broadcast. Purnima, over to you. Purnima, can you hear me? I think we'll try to reconnect with Purnima over there, but this is a CNN News 18 exclusive brought to us by our investigations editor Manoj Gupta. What we are learning is that there is an Enforcement Directorate dossier that has been accessed by CNN News 18 that has detailed illegal sand mining activities in Tamil Nadu from 2020 to 2023. The dossier reveals a complex operation involving contractors, politicians and bureaucrats. I think we are joined by Purnima Murli on the broadcast. Purnima, can you hear me?
Well, I can hear you. In fact, this is CNN News 18 exclusive. ED sources have told Manoj Gupta that they have uncovered a modus operandi that involves contractors, officials, key individuals, and this is between the period 2020 to 2023, where sand mining contractors operated without oversight, and this has cost a loss of more than 4,700 crore rupees to the state exchequer. Heavy machinery were all deployed despite being prohibited under the mining laws, and a firm that was led by IT graduates had revealed that illegal excavation was at least 10 to 30 times the permitted volume. So huge scam here that was unearthed is what ED sources have told Manoj Gupta. And so far, as per ED investigation, over 23.64 lakh units of sand were mined illegally, and this has resulted in a loss of at least 4,700 odd crore rupees is what prima facie investigation reveals, and that's the ED input given to Manoj Gupta.
Right. Thank you, Purnima, for getting us the latest on that front. So as per the ED dossier, a loss to the exchequer amounting to nearly 4,000 crore. We will continue to track all the developments coming in on that front, but that's all we have to pack it on the show. Up next, Plain Speak.
Good evening and a warm welcome. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Griha Atul. A brewing storm has hit Maharashtra that's pitting free speech against political power. Comedian Kunal Kamra finds himself at the center of yet another controversy, and this time over remarks targeting the Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Eknath Shinde. It all began when Kamra, known for his biting political satire, took the stage and performed a parody of a popular Hindi film song, allegedly calling the Deputy CM a traitor. A jab tied to Shinde's 2022 rebellion that split the Shiv Sena. While Kamra didn't name Shinde directly, the reference was clear enough to ignite a firestorm. Shiv Sena workers loyal to Shinde retaliated by vandalizing the venue, and soon after an FIR was filed against the comedian for alleged defamation, a legal avenue exercised much later, making that vandalism look more like muscle